Tips for hiking in bear areas. Part 1. Advice for hiking. In those areas where brown bears live, let's call it bear country, there are a few things you can do to prevent unwanted encounters. Never walk alone, always stick together with your peers. Talk in a loud voice so bears can perceive your presence from a distance. Bears will probably avoid you. If you still happen to walk in the woods alone, for example, you pick mushrooms, do not be quiet. Don't sneak around. You should whistle, sing, clap your hands or take a bell with you instead. Do not drink alcohol before going on a hike. Part 2. Advice when seeing a bear. If, however, in spite of your caution, you see the bear, retreat slowly. Return in the direction you came from so you can avoid the encounter. It is strictly forbidden to approach, feed, or take a selfie with the bear. Don't turn your back to the bear and don't make eye contact either. Don't run away from it. The fastest human can reach a speed of up to 44.72 kilometers per hour on flat ground. The speed of an average bear is 50 kilometers per hour, even in the woods, for longer distances. Bears are also better at climbing trees than we are. Do not challenge them. Do not make noise if the bear doesn't see you. Now it's time to retreat quietly. If the bear can't see you anymore and you are at least 150 to 200 meters away from the animal, you can continue your hike according to the guidelines in Part 1. Knowing the location of the bear, you should consider making some changes to your hiking route. Part 3. Advice for running into a bear. If the bear sees you and ignores you, follow the guidelines in Part 2. If the bear sees you and doesn't ignore you and charges toward you, keep calm. It's probably a fake attack. Bears often charge only to intimidate you. If the bear sees you and doesn't ignore you and stands on its hind legs, do not panic. It is not a sign of aggression. That is how bears gather information about possible threats. Put your hands in the air and talk to the bear so the animal can identify you as a human being. If the bear charges and attacks you, squat down with your hands clasped behind your neck, your chin and knees close to your chest to protect your internal organs. If the bear loses interest towards you, follow the guidelines in Part 2. While backing away, take off your hat, scarf and gloves and throw them on the ground. The bear will be curious, and while it is sniffing your clothes, keep retreating. Later, you can go back for your hat. Don't worry, it won't fit the bear anyway. If you need help, please contact the emergency services. If you want to contribute with a story about coexistence with large carnivores, you can do it on www.eurolargecarnivores.eu.